Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see Viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
There she is. She was just blue, so here. I know it doesn't have a head, but I know you'll eat it anyway. You crazy girl, you. This is South African coral cobra, spitalaps. These guys' venom is quite variable. They're lapids. So some are quite neurotoxic. There was a fellow that got bit by one of these here in Pennsylvania, ended up in ICU for 3 or 4 days. And I was bit by a different animal, same species, probably from a different region. And I only had a very sore finger because its venom was mostly cytotoxic and caused pain and swelling. It's just like the coral snakes in Texas, the Texas coral snakes, Mercurus tenere. My friend Dr. Spencer Green, medical toxicologist, treats a lot of coral snake envenomations in Texas, and depends on what area of Texas the coral snake bite happens. There's a population that has neurotoxic venom, and then there's another population where it isn't neurotoxic at all. It creates severe pain but doesn't require any antivenom. So he treats it with analgesics and monitors the patient in the hospital, but no antivenom is required because it's just a powerful pain-producing venom and not a neurotoxic one that will paralyze your respiratory muscles so you can't breathe on your own. So there's no reason to risk giving antivenom, which can cause serious problems all by itself. So the vast majority of the bites that Dr. Green treats doesn't require antivenom. It usually requires potent narcotics like fentanyl to control that level of pain. And the bites are really, really painful. So as I say with venom, never underestimate it because you never know what kind of bite that snake is going to deliver. It's entirely dependent on what the animal's been feeding on and what its venom composition is that it evolved to be. So we'll go ahead and just mind your own business. Oh, now you dropped it, you dope.
It's gonna go and try to chase it.
You're going to be a problem, aren't you?
Uh.
Come on. Okay. Now you're going inside. These are why the glasses are never clean, because they make just such a mess. All right, you can play with that all you like. I'm done with you. Well, we just we just fed her, and she ate her meal and has started to shed. Hi. Yeah. Don't stick your tongue at me. Huh? What was that all about? No, I don't have anything more for you to eat. I want to get that shedding while we can get it. So you take your pointy end and go in some other direction so I can grab this and help you get it off. Oh, you're gonna try to exit, aren't you? Huh? you're going to try to exit. We're going to try to get you going in that direction so this just comes off. Now, I've said before, some snakes, when they shed, their skins will retain the pattern, but coral cobras are a species that apparently it's just this milky white sort of bunch of keratin that just peels right off. So we're sort of lucky to catch this. I'm trying not to tear it. Good. It sort of feels crinkly at the end. That's coming off a little bit at a time. Oop, there it goes. There's the whole thing. Alright, so there's a freshly shed coral cobra. How about that? We're going to shed it before she goes nuts on me again. Shedding. We have a shedding. Hello there. Would you like this? Would you like this? Oh, you would. These are my captive-born baby coral cobras. They were born in 2019, and to the adults over here on the other side of the room, I am going to part with these guys also. They're getting a little bit big for the bin, and they should be really displayed somewhere where people could appreciate them. So we'll let him do his thing, and then the female, who's even wackier, is over there eagerly waiting for something. Here, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh yes, yes. We've tasted something yummy. Yeah, oh, you missed it just like usual. Come on. Oh, you're biting anything that gets in the way. No, not the hook, not me. There you go. These two guys are really funny, but yeah, they're very spastic, so you really want to keep your fingers out of the way when they're looking for food because they will chomp you. Interestingly enough, most of the time these will just cause pain and swelling if you get bitten. Unfortunately, that's what happened to me a number of years back when I got a little too close when watering one, and it nipped me on the finger, and I had a big fat swollen fingertip for a couple of days. But another guy here in Pennsylvania got bit by the same species from a different location, and he ended up in ICU with full-blown neurotoxic symptoms. Alright, we're going to try to get that piece of substrate out before it goes down the gullet. Well, that's too late.
Yeah, well.
So they eat substrate in the wild with their prey, so a piece of substrate here or there. I've only had substrate problems once in my entire snake keeping career. I forget what species it was. It may have been one of the Chinese red spots. It got a piece of substrate caught crossways in its gullet. And so what I did is these handy dandy endoscopic tools is I lubricated it, restrained the animal, and went all the way down to the point where I could grab it. And I grabbed it from one end and got it straight and just pulled it out. And it was no big deal. Other than that, substrate has never caused me any issues. Alright, here we are at the Jararaca cage. Everybody liked the video of the other Jararaca up top here shooting out at me. I was just trying to help it out. That got more views than a lot of my other previous videos. Apparently people like to see me get sort of put in danger, in harm's way. You're not interested? Huh?
Well,
No.
apparently not.
We don't want chicks today. Yeah, it's disturbing that people seem to really like those videos which put me in harm's way rather than just enjoying the animals for what they are. They are dangerous animals, and I try not to get into harm's way, and especially the Bothrops. The Bothrops just absolutely go off like landmines when you touch them sometimes. That's just the nature of the snake, and I was just trying to help it out and, you know, move it to its water dish because it was drinking off of its scales, so I figured I'd make it a little bit more efficient for it, and it shot out of the cage like a rocket, like Bothrops do, and played snake hockey for a minute, and that video got like twice as many views in all my normal videos that I do where my life isn't at risk. The society is a bit sick. But that's just the way it goes. So, she's not terribly interested. I will offer something for the male. Maybe it wasn't the right temperature. You'd be surprised. Sometimes these guys don't like things that are blazing hot, that would, you know, sort of like people eating pizza and burning the roof of their mouth with the hot cheese. Sometimes they really like it on the hot side, and sometimes they don't. So you never can tell. I have snakes refuse pit vipers, of course. Pit vipers have heat-sensitive pits on their face, and they look for hot spots to strike and bite because they think that's either a target of something they can eat, or I'm just not going to lock these up. I'm just going to go get replacement water dishes and take care of this in a minute as soon as I finish battling. They sense heat, and sometimes if the food doesn't seem hot enough, they're not interested. So let me go get some water dishes, and if these guys eat, that's great. If they don't, I'm sad because I wasted, you know, some expensive food items. Chicks now are like $1.50 US for those. They were, you know, 75 cents. They've almost doubled. So I ain't wasting food. Hopefully they'll eat them. If not, tomorrow morning when I do the Bring Out Your Dead tour, I'll just bag them and unfortunately put them out in the trash, because I don't go and feed them to another snake. Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the cage today. Normally she's not even out and about, but she is today, and she is very foul. She's been striking at the glass and just generally in a very foul mood. I don't understand why, but she definitely is cranky, and it's not a cage I'm eager to go into, although she does need her water dish changed, but she is a very foul Rhino Viper. Oh, see what I mean? Just go back into your cave. Go ahead. Yeah, mixture of saliva and venom on the glass. Go back there, and that way I can change your water dish and do what I need to do with some margin of safety. Ooh, what a bad attitude she has today.